constantly have
So,
new talent
okay, I'm going
coming
to stop the
in.
recording
I
anyway.
say
I've got
that they were
Fnatic on defense,
consistent for a
Focus
year
on
or so.
attack, and
But
Fnatic,
for
I guess, is
Focus,
still running their
having
undefeated
Lewis
comp.
as
Yeah,
that
they
name
are.
on the IGL on the other side as this is a slow start to the round, which he'll now be leading as IGL. Remember, he came in as duelist, and that's the role he would have been playing the last time these two faced in 2022.
Yeah.
Fnatic comp, yeah, 100% win rate right
Fnatic,
now.
the direction they usually go in, always
At least for them. I don't know if someone else
find
has run the
what's
comp and
new.
lost.
Focus went in the opposite direction, went with the tried and tested, some tier 1 talent that they've introduced for probably.
I mean, it has a
first
good
time
amount
as
of
an
thought to it.
organisation.
That's what I was saying
It's not just
earlier.
Alpha
Here's
killing
Alorante
everyone.
now trying to make his mark. He is weighing up two of the VCT veterans. That ends up getting cut
Okay,
down
maybe on this
himself by
example,
Alpha.
it's
Double
Alpha
tap
killing
online.
everyone.
That's the
Ult goes
first
in,
time
just
I think
misses
we've
the
seen his
neon.
ult actually miss. So a moment longer before Fnatic call for this execute. 19 seconds. Kayak already out on A.
He needs to make sure that he has control of this site and can't get picked off, Hazard.
10 seconds.
There won't be too much pressure.
Got nothing
coming
to
his way,
stop this, I don't
fortunately.
think, unless there's some
for the
mad shocks
youngster.
from Lewis.
Cage up from Chronicle allows for the cross. You've got a player towards Graffiti now, and it's Althea watching the flank.
The thing is, though, Hazard, Focus have all the utility. They haven't mid-rounded. They have everything
Okay,
that they
Focus
need
should
to
be
come
okay
back
for this
into one.
retake.
Just waiting
They
perhaps
should
for
be.
Hoodie's stun to come back up, and as soon as it's
Almond
online,
flash
the
into
paranoia comes
recon.
through in tow. They're right into the site.
Into
Reveal on the
stun.
corner, Chronicle spotted, but Sayonara still with one, and he's found
Oh,
an
honestly,
extra before he
Kayak
drops.
hits
Sus
that,
at
it's
the
one.
double. Onto Sayonara now. Can the online beast turn up?
Damn, that one shot as well, was he on like 50? That's kind of far.
Kill, a Red Bull
Hey,
clutch
nicely done
to
from
make it a
Sayonara,
third
holy.
for
He's been
Fnatic.
clutching though,
Playing like
we'll
a
give him
man
that.
beyond his years. He did it against C9
He's only 20?
earlier,
Oh,
and
okay.
he does
I thought it was
against
like
an
40
opponent
something.
or at a level which he will be more familiar with.
29?
Right? That tier
Okay,
2
okay,
team
nice comms.
of Focus. There's still some big names there.
No, Shorty?
Arnold,
Nah, he's
I
far
mean,
away,
so
that's fine.
disciplined
I
in
thought
the
it was
way
like
that he
near
plays these
50.
clutches.
A lot better now, it's only
Opponent,
like
of course,
30.
which cut short that run for KPI. Brilliantly handled by Sayonara in the end. As you said,
But I think of your... Yeah, I did see Echoes, I thought it was good. Oh, you nailed a lot.
In this one.
Not sure about the last name you had, but...
Focus will feel a little hard done by there that Alorante hadn't got more in mid. That's
The streets
where
will
they
never
go,
forget, though.
searching for
You're not
something
wrong.
here on a round which you're relying on Zus's ult getting anything done, but the
This
fuel
poor
is
server.
out, and the A play
Oh.
comes towards Lewis.
Yeah, this
Can't
poor
defend it.
server.
Yeah, a chance to take Alpha off guard, but you allow him to shoot back and he will hit heads. Oh, although flashes out and Mystic has got two. It's not as comfortable as what Fnatic would hoped it to be. They are making their way slowly onto the site. The
Ooh, he actually had a chance
Mystic
there.
away, and he has to try and get something with a swing. Now up to Zus. Only a Sheriff in pocket no longer has that ultimate.
It's going to be a slow burner at the end of this one. Zus hitting hope through the smoke, seeing if anyone would have their name claimed in the kill feed, but that's not to be the case. A disciplined setup. They've got the cam for contact. Chronicle yet to use it. I think it's actually placed for default in case the round had got out of control for someone on the spike. Zus doesn't have his high gear slide available, so it's an
Alright,
easy
big
take
buy
down
around
for
now.
Roaster.
Problem is, you got
And
this.
Fnatic keep on marching forwards.
Yep. 4 in a row. We talked about it earlier, right? Starting on the attack, getting that momentum going, and especially on a map like Haven, it can be hard to come back into. You're then asking the question of, like, asking the question of your opponents, can you do the same as us, limiting their opportunities?
Sayonara,
and the
yeah.
next
I
time
mean,
you come back into
he's
the
been
game.
popping in tier 2 for a little bit.
Well, speaking of things to keep the game rolling, has it? There is a Hunter's Fury online for Fnatic, but most importantly, Zus has introduced the operator to this.
And they get
matchup.
the op out.
Lewis in the smoke.
You would imagine that's a freebie. Ooh.
Given the
Dude,
chance to
honestly,
try
I
and
like
find
that
an
he was
early
on top
pick,
of
but
just a jump peak there.
yet to get
A
results.
lot of people that would have walked in.
We'll double dip this. Peering down the looking glass of lobby, and it's Bosa which he will collect. An opening kill for Focus, an untraded one. Important.
It's a factor is Boaster as well, and that's a big kill in terms of there's no more smokes, right? If you go and hit C, you have to take garage control and force the issue.
It's a really good Omen flash. Yeah, they kind of needed the. Let's say they kind of needed the breach. Oh. You know what's insane about this? Before this all happened, he had the cage over towards heaven, so he knew that when the breach was pushing him as well. So the breach had to commit jump. Chronicle's sick. Not another one. Okay, he's dead.
It's out in the open though. And Zus will thrive in this kind of environment. Brilliant off angle. Sayonara can't lock in the second.
This is a nice try still.
That's where Lewis will finish off the job. Focus on the board for the first time in this match.
Focus are in a rough spot, chat. They're in a rough spot. Win one person alive. The reset.
And the one thing that I'm going to
could have a crazy half.
So far is while Focus get there first, is this going to be a lot of attrition moving forward in this?
And the cast do that. I thought he was going to just get ops. Honestly, I thought he was walking into the open.
You know, we're going to keep seeing from Fnatic on this attack side, because even then, it wasn't completely out the question that they could have lost it. Sayonara, a real chance on the clutch in the end.
Theo's still inactive, yeah, for the off season.
Back to that IGL
they said they're hopeful for the main season,
kind of
so there's that.
A little more loose, and
I don't think it's 100%.
Pieces you were talking about, Mystic on the controller, Zus on the duelist. Whereas for Boaster, a lot of the time people will talk about him being a little bit more micromanaging in terms of the style and what it is that you want to do. So even though he goes down early there, Kayak's the kind of guy that can make those quick decisions to turn around on its head. Same with Chronicle.
Whoa.
It's a clash of styles here in many ways that we're seeing, and a very early clash in lobby,
Okay, but
which
do
has
we
still not
insta-react?
resulted in much blood dropped. It is just Lewis down to 45 HP.
Focus chasing Fnatic out of A lobby.
Yeah, that was kind of nice though, the timing of this peak. No, they pushed them over towards AIDS, peek over towards this pre-fire window.
And like I said, Boaster's the first one down here, but Fnatic still, with an idea of what they want to do, they managed to take control.
Chronicle still has a trip.
Smoke dropped as a blocker, and Focus already in C-Link ready for this retake.
Contingency plans after contingency plans, but you can't really have a plan.
They might not think he's backside.
3 players are left to hold.
I really think Chronicle can win this.
Wait,
what was that movement? Can't believe he gets that kill.
Players up, but still Fnatic persist. Somehow Kayak out, and now Chronicle sits at the back of sight, and he's taken out now.
Alarante's already dead, so the alarm bot is gone. Missing from Garage. Chance for the walkout.
Yeah, keep an eye on Kayak though. I like this. Low HP, goes for Garage. Absolutely owned it.
2v1.
Yeah, this is one of the reasons why you smoke the spike instead of smoking the choke point.
On to what is already a decent half.
Yeah,
so it would have been a lot harder there.
Keep looking better as long as the
win one, lose one. 1-9 loss bonus, like we said. Only one person that can get an okay gun. Dude, it's going to be a crazy half from Fnatic score-wise. That slide, dude, the slide back of sight, yeah, it looked so weird. It's like he did it insta.
In terms of how this one was played, yeah, I really like it. The combination of the drone with the timing that
I can't believe Chronicle hit it though.
The revealed player who wasn't on the spike, so he knew it was Mystic and he could take that first without any
Apex
real
fumbled
error.
Kayak, dude, it's just a money thing.
Health, comes up with a good
It's a money thing, and it's like also if you're Kayak and you get offered like Fnatic, like a team that literally is aiming to get titles, like you're gonna learn so much. You're setting yourself up so much better.
In the world, or at least like within tier 2 upwards to
job
tier
security,
1.
yeah.
That's when it was really funny that Alarante joined the team, because he was only like
job security and just learning. Like you have more, like everyone wants to play on the highest level possible.
Do we have a usurper to the throne, perhaps? Yeah. I don't know. Theoreticals being thrown out by us right now. Another time where the Focus coaching staff come in. As we said before, just
it ended up being the trip. Oh, okay. Wait, where did he actually put the trip? Did he have it backside then? Was it like this or something? What trip did he have? That makes a lot of sense.
It's such a big project here that he's been given control of.
Yeah, expectations completely.
And it ended up being like this?
From devising now to having control of Focus.
Oh, okay.
Trying to fake out towards mid.
Dude, I was looking for it and then he didn't put it down, so I was like, what? Dude, Alpha can't be doing these blind ults all the time.
Such a quick reposition from Zus, but when Fnatic freeze in positions like this, usually able to find a way back around.
You got a Sova, dude.
It burns dry. Kayak, another collection. This guy's just been so good at finding picks when the round is falling flat.
But Mystic is put in the perfect opportunity to give information from A. Focus then look to other aspects of the map, and Focus are really lenient in terms of using these ultimates, right?
But I really like that call as well, because Mystic will have heard the cue of the drone.
Yeah.
So he said, okay, they're droning from outside window. As soon as Lewis hears that, he goes for the ult. Unlucky not to find anything, and Mystic is forced to give it up eventually. But looking at it right now, Fnatic sat behind where the barriers drop. Fokus have 3 players towards B. This is somewhere Fnatic have gone often.
Throw the gun out the map, maybe?
30 seconds left.
Oh,
you can see the posture is more on the right side now.
I really like this from Fnatic, right? It looks as if they're
Yeah,
going to
A
try and
fake into
take the
C.
space
It's going to work well, though,
Fokus
especially with
really
the low
didn't want
time.
them to have
Yori's
by
TP
investing
hasn't
those
exactly gone
ultimates.
to plan,
They'll
but at
use
least
the
it'll be a little bit
dimension of
close.
completely fake out towards A.
Yeah, I love this. Boaster has been calling a few of these fakes where he'll run in and try and make as much noise as possible and have Kayak with him. He TPs away. We saw the same on Abyss.
The fake with the plan at 6 seconds. Yeah, you got to have faith that they're not going to stick around.
Will drop on the opposite side of the map.
And then you're retaking with sheriffs and pistols. The fact that you've
Ended
got
up being pretty nice.
plan, these rifles will be so much better.
Ah, man.
Garage control.
The Sova ult from Lewis felt a bit much. I get that he's trying to kill the drone, but when you look at the guns, I think you're just going to make sure you win the next rounds.
Mystic, how is he not
Oh, hold up.
There are the sheriffs, and it's not the name that you would have thought in the feed, but still, Mystic.
Well, hopefully that doesn't happen in the new update.
Dismissed behind the crate. Time is of the essence. Fokus don't have much to play around with here. Another undercut and the flash coming through. Edge of the
Hold
smoke.
up. Hold up. Hold up. Damn. That's why you don't play long against the smoker. Another example. Add it to the books.
And Fnatic will be
Every team does it.
But that's the problem from about receding control of the C site and playing
Bad
from
plant.
long.
It kind of was a bad plant because it could only be seen from this box. So it's only a little bit harder as well.
Had that in the bag. The fact that they'd spammed the smoke and got kills. Yeah, that's tough.
It is tough. A couple of dicey draws there, but as you say,
it's weird though. To be honest, in that situation that they're at, it is hard. This, like, for their reasoning for dropping long was not in the worst ones we've seen, right? Like they were actually like pretty heavy pressured from garage.
We're here, Focus now with guns, and it's the op back out for Zus, spotted by the cam this time.
Still, Fnatic bring themselves towards the seaside, knowing that.
Yeah, they stole the rounds. Op still out. We kind of got 3 players over towards C. Killjoy's a lunatic.
Very direct from Fnatic. Alpha straight into the open arms of Hoodie. Back towards Zus, the op. Trained on this angle.
No way.
And Chronicle threads the needle.
Dude, he got caught in the second mind because he was like, where's the Omen TP to? And then you could see his brain was like working, so it kind of lagged for the shot.
And Kayak waiting eagerly outside of garage. It's an even more difficult task for Fokus this time.
Dude, Hoodie might just solo win this round though.
Gives a little bit of sustenance to this, right? The lockdown gets destroyed. I don't know exactly how it did, but at the same time, Hoodie has to go into a 2 versus 1 against Chronicle and Sayonara.
2 kills deep with 2 more left to find.
Damn, Chronicle's a beast, though.
Squad puts 4 rounds of distance between Fokus.
It's another one. Fokus win 1 with one person surviving, and they lose the next.
For Fnatic to be able to persist. Just a quick update though, Hazza, from the other game that was playing. It is 13-5, 2 Foot in that game, knocking KC out and bringing Foot back into the fray for the quarterfinals tomorrow.
I was just about to say, with the knowledge in mind, it was an 8-4 half. I don't think you needed as big of a pause there to tell me you lost, but yeah.
That's really funny.
When Foot are shouting in the halls, it's almost old news. Like that.
Yeah.
It was
Jesus.
a safe assumption to make. And Chronicle again is just rapid with these openers.
What are you meant to do? He double dinks you. This was sick from Mystic, though. That was
really
nice.
Cool. He just floats the smoke,
That was
and as
awesome.
it's dropping, it acts as a one-way. I know that Omen obviously is going to get nerfed in that sense soon, but you'll still be able to do that on the new patch.
Yeah, that is very true. A new mechanic, perhaps, for people to learn, but at the same time, taking your timings, Fnatic begin to take their time to walk towards A. And
it was kind of nice as well. He gave himself a good chance, and it was like he died or took a duel where someone else could pick up the gun as well.
You say that, nothing is a given.
Recon, clear, short. They at least see that no one's following up the drone.
that
Problem is
Kayak
they got
has the
faked
spike.
last time, so they might not even bite on the pressure
Ooh,
here. Jeez, that's
classic
a
dink
double
from
dink as
Lewis.
well.
Peeking
Monocle's
back
kind of
through
low,
with
if
the
I was
flash.
going to
Kayak's
say.
not gonna
I mean,
miss
maybe.
in that situation. He'll make amends
Nice.
here with a
Crispy.
double. Fnatic on site,
30
in
seconds
control,
left.
large and in charge with
Spike
Zus
planted.
in another clutch attempt. I mean, he has a Vandal this time.
Yeah, he has a Vandal.
I
But
wish they could have seen the look on your face.
yeah, he has a Vandal, but at the same time, he's also got to beat Chronicle, Kayak, and Boaster, all of which are very good in a clutch if it does get to a 1v1.
I don't think you even needed to mention the clutch part. They are just very good, aren't they? Here comes us trying to find the first duel. Kayak is the one who will respond to him. 7 for Fnatic.
Yeah, they are just very good. Proven right there. And do you know what else?
Alright, give him another buy round. Let's see what they got.
Yeah. And I think that was something which maybe we didn't see as much from them earlier against Cloud9 on Abyss, that maybe we wanted to, a few rounds which did slip the net on that defender's side when they got early picks.
Yeah, 100%. I think for me, like, it is confirmed, right? This is a war of attrition because Focus are being completely denied defensive rounds. This is traditional Haven at its best.
Yeah, and it's the kind of thing that you're going to talk about as well in that time that you have off.
This game's only fun to play in theory.
If I had to say something about this Fnatic team, it's just the amount of trust that they've put in Sayonara to be playing Sova again anyway. When, you know, when Hero was on this team, he wasn't stepping on the toes of Chronicle whenever that role was available within this one. And sure, the fabric of those players, the DNA, a little different.
Okay, Alpha,
still
you have your ult,
that we know him to have
but we
played on
also
previous teams
have a
like
drone.
STG or Supermassive, sorry,
Maybe
I
we
should say.
drone and then you ult off the drone. Hold up. Yeah. Oh.
Just feeling the pressure coming through, and he's always good for a 1v1.
Sure, he got
Sova
one.
has his ult.
Yep.
He got one of these.
And up against your boy
Lovely.
Lewis, and Lewis doesn't even stand a chance.
Gee, this is much better use of the ult.
I say that because I think it's the first time that Alpha's actually connected.
Wait, I thought he was going way further than that as well. I swear on his screen he was going further than that.
He does TP across for good measure, and with that the spike can be safely ferried onto the C site once more.
Yeah, I'd actually love
He
to see
TP'd
how
out into the
successful Alpha
open.
is with no
That's
contact
so funny,
overall,
dude.
right? That would be a nice
I
statistic
swear
to
on
have.
his screen it was
Eddie,
here.
on the other hand,
How's he
how
ended up
successful
there?
is he going to be up against Sayonara? Well, there's your answer. Not
Spike
successful at
planted.
all. And Zus is left all on his own once again.
I don't want to say that the writing is on the wall with this kind of a matchup, but when you look at Fnatic in these situations as well, I have to say that
Reckon 'em.
Sayonara is completely by himself, and he has been given a lot of freedom in this team. As I said before, the trust in the individuals. You also see it with Kayak. And just how he's entering here.
Hey, replay man, relax yourself.
Yeah, it speaks.
You got a
volumes
double
about
POV
where
on it, both
Fnatic's
angles.
heads are at coming into this, and you contrast that with Focus, how they played against Heretics earlier, how much of a
That's
disconnect in the
insanity.
spacing there was at times. I think you're going to be able to punish that quite heavily, and that's sort of what we're seeing here.
Yeah, 100%. Something that I know people are going to hate me for, but we haven't seen an overtime yet. Either has I mean, every game has been
Shot.
pushing regulation.
Pyro, mate, you weren't here for international play-ins yesterday with
True.
BBL, though. And I'll tell you what, you know what score? Well, the score was on half-time? 10-2, mate. And Fnatic are only a couple away against Pistols. I don't want to say that you're tempting fate, but it is also the defender's side that they'll be heading to, which, you know, wasn't without its issues earlier on.
Big
That's
bait.
exactly what I was about
We
to
are
Who shoots the
literally
drone?
just, you know,
Neon should shoot
yeah,
the
it's
drone
last
and
month of
should
the day, let's
the
just,
Neon
Listen,
should
all
then
I'm
run
gonna
away.
say is-
More out of
all I'm
it,
gonna say
perhaps.
is,
Or you guys can just both tank it.
who are
Guys,
putting enough
you
faces
can't
on,
be
put them
doing
on
that.
losing goals.
You can't
Yeah.
be doing. Wait, focus, boys. When you watch
Still
this
have time to
back,
do that as
you
well. He's
cannot
out
be
for the
doing
rest of
that
this round.
when the drone's coming in.
Bad omens, perhaps. I think I just
At
want
least,
to-
at the very least, wall like this. Go inside so you can shoot the
Exactly.
drone, and
10
then you
rounds
can
in,
run
no
back and you can
Focus.
use the drone.
Already
You can use the wall
cut
as
down to
protection,
size,
and then it baits
4
in this
against
guy.
5.
Cannot be doing that.
Pretty
Or
on
if you
the
get
side.
hit, tuck around the
It's looked
corner.
pretty decent so far in terms of
That's-
taking duels.
That was, dude. They
Falls for
both
the
just
oldest
stood
trick in the
there.
book. The fake out in his face. Nice position from Alorante, and Long could cut the cross, but
But the Neon
Alpha
has to
Air
shoot
is
it.
blocking bullets and sending plenty
God, look
back
at him
in
go.
the opposite direction.
That's the harsh thing.
Literally
right?
the guy you don't wanna
always
have armor.
be good at hitting your first shot against
Juggling
Alpha,
everyone.
yeah.
Sayonara
Even if you're
gets
good
his
enough
ult
at
as
hitting
well
the
for the
first
next
shot,
round.
You have to hit the second.
Wait.
As much as we said about the Sheriffs earlier, I feel like Alpha by himself is the antidote to that here, because up against Pistols, you block that first instance of damage, it's just too easy for him. And my name's Zus. I'll see you a bit later. I think you get the the rhyme.
Finish it. Finish it.
Out of charges.
I'll see you at the site a little bit later. Something along those lines.
Yeah.
I think it's really hard. I'm not trying to be harsh here for Zus.
Yeah.
Focus.
Kiwi_Wee with the Prime. Thank you so much. Whole year as well, dude. Thank you for
really
so much
activate
support.
the game plan around the duelist, who's actually doing
teams.
pretty well in terms of his.
Is there one I'm more
Is he actually
excited now
doing
than
well,
I
though?
saw
Let me,
them play a bit?
Let me look at it from the other perspective, right? You can look at it that Zus is so far away from the action because he's playing these solo.
Is it weird to
like,
say
anchor
G2?
roles, holding
Because
down
kind of
right to
G2,
center,
even
which
though I
we
should have been
expect
excited for them
rather
anyway.
than being present in the match and fighting against.
I think it's like
an
different when you
Aston,
actually
which
see them
overall
play,
is
just
actually
because Jorgum is so
I mean,
fun to
that's
watch.
the thing too. A lot of the time, you're gonna see
Foot's
Hoodie
probably
here,
better answer than when
just
I
because
said,
you're
yeah.
that rotate player as the breach with the utility, but at the same time, you kind of expect that from Zus just because of the
Yeah,
speed
kind of
which he can
G2,
find
just
new
because I guess
positions and already down to
not that I
bottom mid,
forgot
just
how fun it
using
was
the
to watch
shift key.
Jorgum, but
He had the info,
he
but
does
not
do
the
so much
shots to
mad stuff
Chronicle's
that,
direction.
100%.
especially like mad mechanical stuff, it's fun to watch.
A little bit of a trap being put out here.
Dude, this drone is getting way too much value.
Alpha once again knows that he has to
Why is it spotting multiple people every time?
Brings back up that shield, but Hoodie for the first time has actually been able to best him.
Oh,
Hello,
here you go.
Rolling Thunders, and he fancies this.
Damn, he
Arrows
plucked
there
him out of the
to
air.
get
It's kind of
rid
nice,
and
though.
Put the spike down on the ground.
Fortunately, Kayak did have his TP, so he's managed to get back towards Long, and now there's a pinch coming in. Can Fokus evade the vice grip? Mystic
Dude,
against
10.
his former club, but gets put down to end
Like they
the
said, we saw it
half.
yesterday with BBL,
Double
but
digits for Fnatic.
But can Fnatic do what BBL could not and be able to convert
Yes.
a 10-2?
Yes, I think they probably
Uh,
can. I
are
don't
you
wanna
delusional
make it
for thinking
sound
that G2
that
is
easy,
meta
but
change
there is
proof?
little that stand between
Because
them,
their
and I
team
think
is
the
so
big thing
flexible. I
to
think there's a couple of teams like
contextualise
that.
it with that
I think there's a good
game
amount of
that we
teams like
saw
that,
on
to be honest.
Haven is that there was no confidence
G2,
about the BBL
Jorgumo's
team. The
proven one of the best
default,
duelists on
also very
multiple
slow, from those
multiple
guys.
agents, so yeah.
Like, I guess
think
on their
that's
attack
fair.
side, because they fell flat on the attack side. I guess that's the difference to the defense here.
Jonah P can play a lot,
Fnatic
Trent
are
can
just
play a
full of
lot.
confidence, coming into this one. They know that there's just one map, a best of one, a good place as any for Fokus to pull off an upset, as it would be. But right now, I think the scorecard tells you everything.
Did I watch the Paper X game? Yeah, dude, it was really good. Paper X Gen G was a really good game. Like if that game actually happened at a Masters, people would be talking about it for a long time. It was so good.
Been waiting a little bit longer. That's Focus, right? It's
Also, if you're a
unfortunate
Paper
that's
X
the way
fan,
things
I know
have panned out,
you
but,
probably want to watch
I
it
mean,
just for like a little bit of
both
belief.
teams have been in the same ice bath.
'Cause it
waiting to
felt
get ready
good.
to go, and one team has come out lights out. It is it is Fnatic. Look at Chronicle. Like he's 18-7. Sayonara's 14-4.
Yeah,
Out of all the typos you could have had.
As well as headlines are always
And your name's
dominated
Big
by
Brain 100.
Fnatic.
That's incredible.
Think of
Thank you
this
so much, Big
tournament,
Brain. Though.
Of them from a general perspective. You come in,
That's
you
your
play
typo. That's
the team
incredible.
which
Prius,
finished
hello, mate.
second at champs and has been in most of the finals that we've seen internationally.
Prius, you
this
working
year.
tonight,
And
or
then
what's
who do you
going
go
on?
up against who somehow lost their first game? Oh, the team that won every single
Wait, shouldn't you be
EMEA
working now?
final that we saw this year.
No
as
work,
well.
we're all
And
safe.
It's gonna
Damn,
take
nice.
time for the system to get up
Love
and
that.
running. Even the names, Zus as well as he's playing. Mouse is the longest team that he's ever spent any time in. So
Did
it is a
he
little
just
bit different now.
disrespect to the smoke on
But more
short?
of the same from Fnatic in the
Must
pistol
have thrown
to
a
shut down
recon.
this
Yeah, he
big
threw a
play.
recon.
Yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, Focus have got a chance to come away with two good VODs. Well, they might be coming away a little bit quicker as Chronicle has been so quick off the mark. Hoodie's trying to get that spike towards the C site to at least get it down and give them something to work with. In fact,
Yeah, I'm watching these two clowns at spawn, man. What are they doing?
Really
Who
has
was
been
this?
really hard
Boaster
to
as well,
guard.
for
I guess
God's
that's where
sake.
you draw the line in the divide with VCT talent and Challengers talent. Hitting the stage so many times in Berlin across the last 2 years with Giants and GX.
Wait, Focus can actually
Two
for sure
versus
win this.
three. The VCT,
Boaster's going to
oh
have
God,
double smoke,
against
right?
two
If
of the
it
new
takes so
boys
long.
and their mentor.
Double smoke home and flash and
Over
recon.
to A is where they go. Sayonara, the first one there, has the reveal as proactivity's being wagered elsewhere.
Sayonara won't want to give an engagement. Right? He'll be
Shaky,
looking
damn,
to
that's
play
brutal.
slow. He is
You actually
very,
atted him
very
as well.
slow.
You actually
And you'll hear
got
the
it.
spike going down. and calling for everyone to head his way.
I get a shock in though, and that's won the round.
That's a full that's a full damage, no time left.
It'd be rude not to.
That was awesome.
He uses it,
well,
and that's it. That's all she wrote.
yeah,
Even
that's
at that, right,
that's
like,
how you lose
with
it.
3 seconds remaining, they still don't get the spike
Dude,
down.
Chronicle's
Yeah.
20
And they
to 8.
can't really force them to the
Sayonara
next round, so
has
not
died
only is it a
4
disaster
times.
in terms of not giving them a chance to win, but it's a disaster in future rounds as well.
It's also how quickly
New
those
Leo
next
just
3
dropped.
players were. If Sayonara had ended up, not getting anything done there, you could see as far as A lobby by the time the plan was
Devastating.
going to come in, Focus would have been looking for an
Okay,
isolated
they
engagement.
buy
Sayonara simply smiled as his util did the talking.
what?
Another slow round. Stinger, Bucky, singular in terms of what the buys look like. Hoodie does have a sheriff, but the rest is looking pretty bleak for Focus to have around. They're trying to keep things in close quarter engagements, and that's where the Bucky will thrive. And we're actually
did they,
Ghostbill as well.
Yeah.
Did Fnatic win a defense pistol
Can they
today?
hold on to the B site with a limited
What
weapon
did they
range?
buy
Range
second
also
round?
limited on this
There's no
Bucky.
way this
That's where you
is-
want to get up in their face. Missed shot.
At
The second
11-2?
will land, as will the third.
I mean, that's
Dude,
the problem,
honestly,
right? You
they
smoke
deserve to
weaponry
lose this
up
round. What
against
is this
close
buy?
quarter weaponry. You want to try and keep it as long range as possible, but they will not get the chance. And well, Focus will give themselves a chance to stay alive a little bit longer.
And then you
Flawless
just
as well. I
what,
guess
you-
the
are you meant to-
annoying part is that you didn't get the full force that you wanted.
Yeah.
So the weapons that you keep aren't the best. You've already seen a couple of purchases, 3 Vandals that we'll get in the next round after this replay. We'll see it, but
sure.
it's
I mean,
actually
the guns are good against
starting
ecos, right?
things.
Obviously, Marshall and Marshall Outlaw.
Yeah, I mean that's it.
But still.
It's Fnatic who have bought up
And then
the race,
now
so this,
you low
round
buy
does
this.
not look as
But it's like
concrete as Focus would have
11-2.
hoped.
Yeah,
It's 11-2. They're obviously
going to
try force and have something.
You kind of understand the situation as it is for Focus. They can keep bankrolling guns as long as this one is still a possibility to be won, but Chronicle wants an early bedtime. Mystic does eventually put
Yeah, people have been
Sayonara
using
to
this
sleep.
pos
It's probably
recently, it's
past
really
his
strong.
bedtime by now anyway. Breaks for a 4-on-4, and now the mid-duel can ensue.
I mean, you see mid-duel, it's like a phantom duel, right? It's cold.
Yeah.
Nothing really happening head-on. There's a trap here. Alpha being baited for. Aloe will not check. Runs in like a headless chicken.
Alpha just loves to play around lobby as well.
Oh
The
no,
duels that you can
not
take
to a
as ISO
classic.
in this position.
Wait,
nice.
whoa, that double
Best
damage
IO
was
coming from
legit.
there. Kayak
Sniped
with a
him.
quick click, he is out. Hoodie on the trade, still numbers Fnatic.
Undercut was perfect. Chronicle in the site though has a. He needs to try and get a pick, but he's found.
He heard all the steps, but Hoodie using that as a distraction instead. Paranoia keeps them back, can't capitalize from the Matrix in front of them. The contingency wall to get them out. It needs to be clean shots from Alpha, but he's certainly going to be thinking about the spam. Bang to the
Oh
gun.
man.
Hoodie is gone. Mystic
Mystic.
in the clutch against his 2 former teammates at the time he played on the team.
Damn, he's looking crisp though.
Mystic with the clutch.
Yeah, the revenge
That's
arc.
number 4 for old time's sake.
Certainly is, has a clutching that up. And again, for
Nice shots.
Focus, it doesn't matter how you win the rounds. It matters if you win the rounds. They keep themselves rolling, and now Fnatic
Dude, that
come
double
into the
damage from Alpha
fullback,
was so
even
good.
though they had those Guardians and that one rifle.
Such intelligent play, and then here's Mystic.
Such
is the
nice
clip
shots.
we
The one
wanted
on
to
Alpha
see,
is
the
so
one that we'll
good.
be getting a quote retweet once the series is done, I imagine. But inside the server right now, Focus.
Yeah, I know, he wants
with
to
a
keep
little
the
bit more
Guardian
confidence
afterwards.
for themselves. 2 on the bounce,
at what
but
he's doing.
Fnatic meet them with a buy of their own.
Oh my
and
God.
what a shot from
Oh
Kayak
my
to
God,
start it off. Double dink
nice
as
shots,
he fades
everyone.
away. It's one of the 2 duelists gone.
That's it. Hoodie, though, has the Rolling Thunder as well. That's online for the attack to execute into. Chronicle has been pinged out, but he's managed to escape the utility and in towards a pocket and backside.
Let's have this trap. It does finally get broken, and with the aftershock in mind, the spam is calculated. Hoodie profiting off the back of his own utility. Focus in position.
has the back lines here. Alpha is
Jesus.
knocking on the door. Focus need to be wary, and they're not looking the right direction. It's a shooting gallery. Now the shield up. He's looking for more, but Focus have somehow managed to alleviate the pressure.
Wall does give him the cross, new angle, fresh perspective, same result. Alpha another kill, runs out.
No way! That's
Alpha
ridiculous.
with the ult. Mystic's in the corner.
Oh, Mystic's so dead. He's just to buy time.
This time. Body on the ground. Sayonara's just got to hit the shot.
Oh,
that's if Alpha doesn't beat
that
him
was
to
nuts.
it.
He pre-aimed for the shield and then just swung out and adjusted down. That was nuts.
It comes from Focus's own mistakes, Hazza.
8 chances.
They allow Alpha into the back lines and to shoot
2v4.
everyone down.
Yeah. So caught up in the situation when they had the numbers that it very quickly slips away from them entirely. Fnatic making good of this defense in the end. Intrigues me to see what this would look like if we had the full limit of rounds on the other side.
Wait, that's a good replay.
Just waiting for the gun to pop back out the ether.
Well,
Neon ult though.
Did
we go for the Angel default? I haven't seen this for a while.
Here, a Bucky introduced once again.
Actually, that's the light
but this time
G2
it has an
series
overdrive to back it up.
recently.
Sus making his way through. KC with the same kind of split play earlier. The issue is that one actually worked out for them. He has been dispensed of by Kayak and back in a LAN environment. He's looking hot to trot. Having played only one official
lovely.
there
Pretty
in
convincing.
Ascension, he still qualifies to the
Pretty
VCT
convincing from
with an
Fnatic.
orange jersey on his chest.
Dude, Chronicle
As
had an
confident
absolute map
as
though.
ever,
He really did.
Fnatic take it 13-4.
Shout out to Sayonara. He doesn't really die much as well.
Right, Fnatic.